Hey guys, I thought I was done filming videos today, but I'm not. Special shout out for today's video goes out to one of our subscribers who goes by the name of T. Breaking news in Laguna Beach, California. Those of you who are not from California or who are not from Southern California, Laguna Beach is one of your higher end cities. If you have a security company, this is where you want your accounts at, in Laguna Beach. This is the area where you go on vacation, you hang out, you have a great time with your friends or your family or by yourself. It's a nice area. So there's some crazy information going on. Unfortunately, there's only like one news story. I don't know why no one else is covering this. What we have allegedly is a 20 armed guard brawl. You have two security companies who are brawling it out with each other at this hotel in Laguna Beach. I'm not making this up, guys. Now, is there really, I don't know, 10 against 10 or 20 armed security officers involved? I don't know. The news is reporting this, guys and gals. They emphasize in their news story the word armed guards, armed security, and the word brawl. Those words are emphasized. It's the media. They're gonna blow things out of proportion usually. I will leave links in the description box so that you guys could see the news story as it develops. But what we have is as follows, and this is how I interpret it. Make sure that you guys fact check the information. But to summarize the story as best as I could, you have one organization, one investment company, or you have an investment manager that was taken out of power from a hotel. That person allegedly comes back with a bunch of security officers and tries to regain control over the hotel. The hotel has their own security staff, and there's some type of brawl or struggle that ensue where multiple units from the Laguna Beach Police Department that had to be deployed. The city manager for that town had to close the hotel. It's a bad situation, and it looked like one person was arrested for aggravated battery or something to that degree. We don't know if that person was one of the armed security officers. We don't know yet. So let's talk about this from a professional point of view. And by the way, you guys, if you like this discussion that we're having, make sure that you enroll in my 40-hour online private patrol operator course. I will teach you how to own and manage operations for a private security company, specifically in the state of California. We actually talk about contracts, what our obligations are, and we talk about that. It takes us about 3.5 hours in our 40-hour course. So I'll leave links in the description box as well so you guys can attend or enroll in my course. So from a contract perspective, I want you guys to ask yourself this. Is what I'm doing based on this contract, is it legal? That's the first thing that you have to do when you bid for security services. Am I doing something that is legal within the confines of criminal law, within the confines of civil law? What you never want to do is engage security services when there's some type of business dispute. And if you are the security company owner or the manager of the company, you are the leader of the business. You need to find out what it is that your company is being asked to do. If you are being asked to go to a hotel, okay, and provide peace for a client, you're gonna have to ask yourself, or ask the client, well, what kind of peacekeeping mission am I on? Look, guys, don't try to be like Russia and invade Ukraine, because that's what it looks like happened here. It looks like the security company, okay, was asked to invade Ukraine. Go to the hotel, provide security for me. That's what it just seems like would happen. Guys, you're not, as Justin Humphreys would say, you're not a SWAT commander. And I would say this, you're not the Marines. Okay, you're not invading a country. Okay, if it just seems awkward, then you got to ask yourself, is this contract even legal to do? Now, if this guy is asking you, hey, I just need security because I feel like I'm going to get jumped or attacked when I go to this business. Okay, that's fine, but why do you need 10 officers? Okay, why do you need 20 security officers for this project? Evictions. With an eviction, what you are essentially trying to do is try to remove somebody who was legally established there before. Keep in mind that security companies are not supposed to be doing evictions. You know who does the evictions? The constable, depending on what state you're in, or the sheriff's department. Not you. If you're a security company, you're not the sheriff's department. The sheriff's department is the agency that can physically remove somebody from the premises, not you. After that person is removed by the sheriff's department or constable, when they're gone, when they've been served, if they come back, then that would be considered trespassing. And then as a private security officer, then that's when you could take some sort of action. But it's after they're removed. Talk about insurance. Does your insurance company, do they know that you're going over to this hotel and providing security services? Because chances are they probably don't. Matter of fact, the insurance company probably doesn't even know that you provide, or that you're providing at the second of time, security services at this hotel. They know about the other places where you provide security services, but not this one. So are you going to be covered in the case that there's some type of litigation? And my answer, and I'm not an attorney, there's not legal professional advice, my answer is probably not. Wouldn't the insurance company want to charge you a higher premium knowing that you're going to some other property? Think about it, guys. But that premium isn't paid. Insurance companies, they want their money up front. They want to know exactly what you're doing so that they could charge you accordingly. Let's talk about battery. The willful and unlawful touching of another person using force. If convicted of battery as a private security officer, you know what some of your conditions might be? For 10 years, especially California, maybe even your whole life, depending on the circumstances, you might not ever be able to possess a firearm. Is it worth it? Non-supervisory staff. I know that many of you watching this video are not supervisors, you're not managers, you are the security officer. And in that circumstance, maybe the supervisor called out their security officers, hey, we have a special detail at the hotel, meet me at 12 o'clock p.m. You go there and something just doesn't seem right. A lot of security officers will just follow orders. Hey, I need you to move all these people that way. If something doesn't seem right, it's okay to ask the supervisor on scene or the manager on scene, hey, can I have a word with you in a minute? You go somewhere privately with this person. Look, I'm just getting a bad feeling about this. What is it that we're supposed to be doing here, and why are we here? A good leader will take that minute to explain why that security company is there. A bad leader would say something like, look, you could take the job or just leave. We won't need you right now. Maybe we'll call you next time. And you won't get an answer. Now, if it's an emergency, it's a little different story. But a good leader will say, you know what? You want to talk to me privately for a second or two? Sure. That's not a problem. That's what a good leader would say.